Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Sherry,
And I'm Brooke.
and Brooke is reacting to Hercules, The Legendary Journeys,
It's a boy episode.
a himbo day. Yes.
Where's
It's
the oldest?
it's been a while since we met, and I think we only were able to do one last time, which was Xena. So it's
Yes.
been about 3 weeks since you've seen Herc.
Untrue, because I saw people roasting Kevin Sorbo on Twitter.
Oh, never mind.
So I guess I saw him.
Do you remember the last episode?
Is it the one where he had amnesia?
I think
There
so.
was an episode where he had amnesia. I think that's the last one I remember of
Yeah,
him.
yeah, that was the last
And it
one.
was kind of fucked up.
We'll
But
have
the
to.
outfits were all slay as hell.
Yeah, we
That I
did. We did like
remember.
the outfits, yeah, which was a
They
nice
were
change for him.
Yeah, they were killing the costuming. Not that like his regular pants are not really cool. It's just he doesn't really get any other outfits normally, so it was kind of cool to see him in different stuff.
True. I was just checking the when this one aired. The one we're getting ready to see aired was the first episode of December of '96.
Woof.
Yep.
That's my second Christmas alive. If any of you want to feel old,
I can't tell you the title of this one.
because I'll figure it out just like I figure everything out. Because I'm a detective.
I,
Sherlock Holmes of TV shows.
I, this one's a little more obscure, but I think you could. But just to play it safe, I'm not going to tell you the title.
Yeah. It's more pattern recognition in writing, I think, than it is even just from the titles of stuff. Like, I can recognize patterns in how things are written, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna say this, because why wouldn't they?
Well, and especially since a lot of our titles are taken from pop pop culture stuff. It might not be pop culture for you, but definitely for the older generation. And
I know some stuff,
yeah,
but that's like when I watched Star Wars for the first time, like last year, or yeah, last year. It's like I knew some stuff, but like from pop culture.
yeah,
There's just some things you just kind of know through osmosis of existing on the internet.
yeah. So I've got a bunch of shout outs because we've gotten behind. I've gotten behind. So on the Not Fade Away episode with the second enforcer of fire,
Yes.
Kevin said that he can't wait for enforcer number three because we were talking about are they going to have all four elements?
Yeah, and then they become the Avatar.
Yeah, yeah. Hera, he says Hera continues to attack humanity and being a natural disaster like herself, being an idol eater, idler, and being an unlike a goddess of marriage by having her temple look like a dirty temple that looks like Ares's temple.
Yeah, maybe Hera's just pissy because people are rude and don't clean her temple.
Yeah, yeah.
Has Hercules tried that? Has he tried being nice? I know she murdered his family, but like, oh my god.
And he says, and all of the gods have lightning bolts, not just Zeus. So we had commented about, I think I was the one that said, wait a minute, I thought that was Zeus's. And he said that the red men with masks that I said were kind of devil looking, that were with the fire enforcer, looked like they could work for Ares. And then he said, well, Ares is Hera's son. So,
Yeah. Very complicated
and he picked up on one of your,
family tree.
yeah. And Kevin picked up on one of your most common reaction words. I cut some of them out and he still picked up on it and he said, and is the drama Brooks'
The
known quote.
drama. That's what it is. Oh, I love drama. That's why I watch reality TV. I like when it's messy. Not in real life, but like, TV needs to be messy.
Hank on the same episode said that that he had heard of the martial arts actress Cynthia Roth. Her and the one that plays the original enforcer are close friends in real life, and they were in
Oh.
a movie together called Righting Wrongs, where they were fighting each other.
Drama.
So,
See?
yeah. Bara on the Not Far Fade Away episode, same episode, said, I think Michael Hurst said this episode got into trouble with the censors given how battle beaten Aeolus was. He always pushed for Aeolus to bleed more since he was human and not half god, which we've
Honestly,
commented on.
me. Me.
Yeah.
Real. I love a pathetic man.
And then that one I put on the wrong thing. I need to put it on the Xena one instead. And then Hank said on the one with Echidna and Typhon with their baby, he said he likes the episode. Kevin said on the same Typhon Echidna episode, Obi did look kind of like Slimer from Ghostbusters.
I haven't seen Ghostbusters. Actually, I've seen the new one. The newest Ghostbusters with uh the guy from the kid from Stranger Things. I've seen that one. That's the only
Okay.
Ghostbusters I've ever seen.
It didn't spoil you too much, but you need to watch the originals.
Yeah. Well, that's why we have movie night, but we're locked in through June now. So, you know, I'm watching the Divergent movies for the
Okay.
rest of May, and then June is Pride Month, so gay movies only, everyone.
Tu Wong Fu, you've got on your list.
Probably.
And then Priscilla of the Desert, I think this is the title.
I don't remember that one, but if it's in my recommendation somewhere, it'll end up on the list eventually.
Okay.
I have nothing chosen for like July, August, so I'll have to go through recommendations and figure that out when I get there. But I'm
Priscilla
about a month ahead.
Priscilla of the Desert is an Australian
Okay.
film that belongs in the LGBT that community.
Yeah, I'm doing Brokeback Mountain, but
Okay.
I'm a cheerleader, love Simon, and Moonlight, I decided. Not
Us-
like that we
okay.
won't do gay movies other months, but for June it's all gay movies.
Right, right. Okay. Anything else before we get started?
You guys should subscribe to both of our channels, and you should come say hi to me on stream on Fridays at noon Eastern Standard Time, where I play The Sims. And we had 10 concurrent viewers for a while this week, which is the
Okay.
most I've ever had.
Yeah.
Bara comes every week, and we talk about what shows I've watched, so you also get a sneak peek into what I watched that week and how I'm feeling about it. We had a lot of conversations about the finale of Buffy season 6. But you can
Okay.
always go watch the VODs afterwards. I leave them up so people can go and watch them.
Okay. And all of our social media is down below.
Yeah. Follow me on Blue Sky.
All right. Let's get into it and see who Hercules is saving, who his sidekick is going to be, all of that.
Yolis better be there, or I'm gonna send Kevin Sorbo hate on Twitter.
This is the story of a time long ago. Hercules.
It's a beautiful night, Aeolus. Perfect
Too
weather for
loud,
the winter
though.
solstice.
Oh my
festival.
god, they're having a
Yeah.
date.
Did you say they're having a date?
Yeah,
We
they're
love
sitting by the
festivals.
fire.
We are the guest of honor this one.
Who are they erecting that statue to?
Getting
what?
a
I don't care about that.
statue.
It's just, what am I supposed to achieve in this life?
Aeolus, where did this come from?
Other than
Am
dying.
I going to be remembered as Aeolus?
Aeolus, people will remember you.
Is Yolis being all,
Your time
I'm
will come.
the sidekick sad again?
Yeah.
I'll remember you, Eolis.
And we were
I never see people being mean to you on Twitter.
and we were talking, but I don't think you heard that they said that they're in the winter solstice.
Oh, yeah, I missed that. I heard the statue part.
Polonius. No incidents, I hope.
Well, the roads were safe for a change.
Why you
How
live
you
in a
feeling,
giant
my dear?
keyhole?
I'm still having some morning sickness.
I don't want to worry you.
Polonius.
Then why bring it up? I hate that.
I want to share your news, good or bad.
Don't fucking bring it up if you don't want to talk about it.
The oracle declared that my kingship will be succeeded by a newborn child.
Of course. This child.
Yeah, that's
Provided
how
it's a boy.
babies
And my
work.
sister assures me it will be
Yeah.
by the way it's positioned low.
Not of the house of Polonius.
You will make it wrong.
Drama.
Order the captain
But
of
like,
the guard to round up
so
the
what,
female
is he
child in the
accusing
province
that
under the age
it's
of
not his
1.
baby?
But Maleficent.
No, Liffany.
All we've dreamed about.
Gods!
Is he gonna have her arrested? Don't do the evil mouth thing. King.
What were you dreaming about, Eolus?
Dude, he's thinking about the last episode of The White Lotus. A stick. What the fuck kind of mushrooms did you guys have with your dinner? Buffy when she's in the desert that one time.
Wolverine and Deadpool.
Penis rock.
What kind of dream are you having, Eolus?
Me when I learned how to transform images. Damn, Hercules is gonna betray you. Kill him now. I don't know if I could sleep without even a blanket.
What are you doing?
I have to have something on my feet.
But I also hate camping.
I don't know.
Is it a Eolus only episode?
I have had a dream.
What happened to your hands? They're all red.
I don't know. He doesn't seem like himself. Maybe we don't let our friend just like run off like a crazy person.
Before it gets into the title intro and everything, I forgot something, and I don't think you saw it on your Discord.
Probably not.
Kaz and Bara let us know that Robert Traber, who plays Salomonius, he passed away this week.
Oh no, that's so sad.
Yeah.
No, I haven't got to check Discord this week. It's been a little busy in the real life department.
Yeah.
But that's sad.
Yeah. I know you like the character and his common theme, so.
He must have lived a long life though, because he was older in this.
Yeah, well, late 70s, so.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
That's still sad, but lived his whole life.
Yeah.
Wow, time long ago. Oh my god, they could really update this. I'm just saying. I feel like we haven't seen any of these monsters in so
Only one
long.
man
I know.
dared to challenge their power.
Also, Eolus is not in the opening enough
The world
for
had
me.
never seen.
They started adding him when he's in the episode.
They need more.
I'm waiting to see it pop up here to make sure that I'm telling the truth.
But like, we need some more shots of him, is all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there you go, you get one.
Yeah.
That's not really what I want.
I know you said they could put him in place of the centaur.
Yeah, I don't need to watch that centaur bad walk, you know?
How about if I go with you?
Sure, whatever.
Now,
I could understand.
a
what's going on.
star to guide
You
them,
understand what I
like
can.
Peter Pan.
No, I
I'll
can't
have to
remember much
see.
Taking
about it.
star to the left
was,
and straight on to the morning. Or the North Star,
I've never felt such
like
a feeling of-
Jesus.
You were looking at me strangely. Why?
No, it's just.
You're acting like you're on
Yeah,
meth,
and the
that's
gods,
why.
sometimes they act.
I hope
If it's a feeling
Aphrodite.
that
I hope it is a
I gotta
spell.
go. North.
North.
Yeah.
North Star,
It's a bit
I win.
vague.
He's going to Jesus' birthday. Don't forget the myrrh.
Robert Taper is, oh, wrong Robert Taper. Never mind.
Me and BG3 when I roll a bad stealth check.
He's not being very quiet.
No, he's not very
Going
good at
somewhere,
this.
Trinculas.
I think there is always a man who has the haircut of the guy with the knife at all times
What
in
about tomorrow?
history.
You just
And
say
it's
this.
always the worst haircut I've ever seen. They're the three wise men, you just don't get it.
You don't
You
happen to
just,
have any
that
idea
guy
how
doesn't get
far
it.
north Germany
Okay,
is. I'm the one that
Hercules,
does the
Eolus
babbling.
follows you around all the time, he doesn't
What,
complain,
you're saying
so
I'm
for
babbling?
once, we're
Like
following
I'm
him.
talking incessantly, babbling, mumbling anything that pops in my head, babbling, that kind of babbling?
Hercules.
Wrong
did I get
episode.
Any idea as to why I'm doing this?
Still have no idea how far north we're going.
No.
Good.
Please don't take my baby.
Oh my god, he's taking everyone's baby?
Yeah, to make sure that it's not one of those babies that
Ew.
suspects him.
What is this? Game of Thrones? Honestly, we interpreted that so different. He interpreted it as like a baby was gonna take over his baby's place, and I interpreted it as his wife cheated on him. And it's not his baby.
What is it? Maybe you saw it in your dream.
Yeah.
There's the peanut
If
shop.
there is a third man, and this is a Jesus birthday
You're right, I
allegory,
did.
and I was right. And the baby is Jesus. I just watched The Phantom Menace, and Anakin Skywalker's Jesus. His mom had an immaculate conception.
Ah.
Get going.
I don't understand it.
If the other option is they're gonna kill your baby, I would go.
Lorelai, please.
I'm scared for you, Eurus. I've never seen you like this.
I've never felt like this. I can't explain.
Third guy! Sus.
You saying I'm not thinking clearly?
I thought Eola said he
Maybe
wasn't
it'll
thinking
help you
clearly.
remember
He's
more
just
you
following a gut instinct.
You're gonna find this hard to believe,
Sir, make up your
but
mind.
I've never been so focused in my life.
Where are we going?
I told you we're going north.
North. Eolus, wait,
Whistle
would you wait a minute?
clear.
No, her. That is fine.
Oh, I was gonna say, what is he after?
Chicken. Well, he's hungry.
All you had to do
Share the tiny
was
pigeon.
ask.
It looked bigger than a
Besides,
tiny pigeon.
I hate eating alone.
I'm gonna replace you, Eolus, with this guy. Only I'm allowed to have weird
Your name?
quests.
Why are we sneaking around?
And be too careful. The hills around here are crawling with bandits.
He should
Oh,
know.
that would be north.
He kind of gives
we could
Bandit
travel
with
together.
the outfit.
No, no, no. you
It
see,
kind
we
of
travel really
slays, though.
fast.
Yellow,
What are
purple,
your
and
names?
gray.
Well, it's
Maroon.
Hercules.
The Hercules.
Yeah. And this is Eolus. The Eolus.
Who? His hand's red. Okay, that's kind of crazy to do to that guy. He has no idea why he did that.
Yeah.
That's wild. You do not need to send that many people after a baby. Carry our son like a football.
I was gonna say, you don't have much of a chance, buddy. Not even with a stick.
But he's gonna try to be the good guy. That was wild that he just... Why would you jump on him like that? That's crazy. Wait, thanks for the assist. If they're the three wise men, does that make Hercules the donkey? A Christmas donkey.
Hercules the donkey?
A Christmas donkey. Hee-haw, hee-haw. He tried to go for an eye. Damn, he can do the splits. Good for him.
Tried to pull the Three Stooges. He is pulling too hard on that bit.
Yeah, don't be mean to the pony. Goodbye.
Where we go?
I guess we're just gonna let them leave to go kill more babies.
It wasn't my fight.
He
don't
did
stick my
protect
neck
the
out for
lady
anyone.
and the baby. I give him that.
Eurus.
Yours.
Show us your
Why are you
hands,
so distracted?
Eurus.
As long as
He
it's not
wanted our
urine.
baby.
For all babies under the age of 1 to be rounded up and taken to the palace.
He says it's for a census, but we don't believe that.
Some of the
That's
strangers.
crazy. I wouldn't believe that
look,
either.
Thank you.
I'd be like, he's killing
Where
those
you at?
babies.
Um,
He's like, oh, they're all
Excuse
crazy.
Let me see your hands.
Got it.
The far away shot, they weren't red.
Yeah, they use like an extra's hands.
Weird. I
Why
know
does
your dream is
Hercules
important
look
to you,
like
but we're talking
The
about
Rock
children,
in Fast
babies
5
at
right
this
now?
point.
He's so sweaty.
We should find out what Polonus
Who's
is up
so
to.
sweaty?
Now,
Eolus?
hold on here.
No,
Like I said,
Hercules.
I don't
Eolus
fight
looks
anyone
normal,
else's
shiny.
battles.
Hercules looks
This
wet.
baby business.
Then
Oh.
you just have to get used to traveling this bandit-filled road on your own, pal.
Eolus,
Why don't
I've
you go
already
ahead
figured
and
out that you're
see
the
what you can
three
find out
wise
when you
men,
meet up at
okay? We
Chasm.
figured it out.
Sure. Yeah. Let's go.
But it's the opposite. This guy might be wise, but the other two are dumb as hell.
I didn't even think of Peter Pan when you said a star to guide them.
Hercules is in the province.
Yeah, that shows who I am as a person.
At a
But
border town. My men
Lair
were pursuing
Peter
fleeing
Pan.
families.
Did you stop them?
All but one, my lady.
ma'am,
But the
is
rest...
that acting?
Of the guards. I
I should think that I'd
Still
do
better
all
than
in
Gal
my
Gadot and
power
Snow
to
White.
keep
I'll
my
give her
king
that.
happy.
She does the
I
better
would
queen
make
than
it
Snow
my
White.
life's task to take
This
my
lady's doing
well-paid
better,
soldiers
but
and
she's not great either.
I might even send my
It is a
cavalry
show
unit
meant to be
into the next
cheesy.
province
Yeah,
to
that's
see
maybe the
off
difference
any
where this girl's
families who might
supposed to
have
be
gotten
cheesy.
away.
Pardon.
You know?
And I would
Yeah.
do the
Gal Gadot sounds like Scooby fucking
possible.
Doo at times.
The one thing to your confusion is it was the queen that ordered them all to be round up, not the
You
king.
should be relishing the thought of gaining your revenge after the humiliation Hercules heaped on you at Kazi. He's one man. You have
Okay, bitch, a lot of people have said that and
thousands.
it don't end well for them.
I was gonna say she sounds like Hera.
We waited so long for this. We can't let this slip away from us now, can we?
Sure, girly.
Primo, take good care of them.
Okay.
Primo, isn't that cousin?
He's hungry.
Yeah, it is. It's interesting. See, this guy was able to put like something else before the North thing. Bye, Queen.
I do like her ringlets.
Thank you.
Bye. I bet we don't ever see you again. Maybe the end of the episode.
And he's one of the most sensible people I know most of the time.
We had the same
Well,
Very
sometimes.
simple.
Unless there's a pretty lady.
Can't remember all
Yeah.
of it.
Or when he
Driving
gets struck
forward.
by
I
lightning.
know. Only bits and
I'm
pieces.
using my new ring light
You can
because
see
it's
an
dark
old gnarled
here,
tree.
but it makes me
Almost
squinty.
like it's
It's
giving
so
me
bright.
directions.
Money isn't a measure of a man's worth.
Tell that to modern day. We're having issues in this country. Bro, I know these are just like, I know there's people who will take these jobs, but how are you gonna like rip a baby from someone and not think maybe I'm the bad guy?
Yeah.
Maybe all the babies are gonna form
We have to catch
together
up
to
to them.
become one super baby. The Jesus? It's the tree!
This must be the right direction.
Are we going? Or not?
I mean, I'd go on a vision quest with some strangers.
If nothing, I don't want to get involved.
You'd at least get a cool story out of it.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're gonna run over those hippies.
My trip to the Rose Bowl, for part of it, I was with another Penn State fan, and
Have you made the sacrifice to Hera?
after that
her response?
experience, I said never again.
Thank God.
But only with Hercules.
Yeah, it depends on the
Infants
thing.
are
I would
our
like to do
problem.
Mardi
Then the
Gras
oracle was
for
right.
sure, at least once in my life.
You worry too much.
Should probably do
With
it
Hera
before
on
I'm
our side,
older,
you're going
but
to be
you know.
king for a long, long time.
But everything's so expensive.
You
I
don't
was looking
have
at like
powers,
flights
do
to
you?
DC from Boston,
I
and
just
it was
want
like
some proof of her
$350 for an
intentions.
hour and a half flight. And I was like, that's half of what it costs to go to England.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's Queen
Show
Hera.
those who doubt.
She does love fire.
Yeah.
I don't remember this part
And-
of the Three
and-
Wise Men.
And the Devil's Dogs.
she like prayed for devil dogs the snack and Hera sent them this.
Soldiers.
These
I
are
wish those
just
were the
any
scariest
soldier.
thing on screen,
Captain,
but that guy's
who's your best
goatee is
man?
killing me.
Don't name yourself.
Sure.
I have that spell in Baldur's Gate, okay? It's like a level 3 spell. It's not that impressive. Oh, is that what they're gonna do to the babies? It feels like there's a easier way to just like not have them take over.
This is for Hercules.
Okay. I'm gonna explode the babies. I won't get too topical, but
And your revenge on
are
Hercules.
they?
All that'll get us is a fight with Baloney's and soldiers.
At least we'll have the element of surprise.
Okay, at least we'll save the
I'll
babies.
risk my life for anyone.
What do you got against farmers anyway?
I used to be one before I wised up.
Guess he doesn't want to be friends.
I still don't.
This is the
understand his
least
dream, but whatever it is, I just wanna let
Christmassy
you know that
special Christmas special I have ever seen.
Well, it is
Where
the
is
beginning
the
of
snow?
December.
Where is the reindeer? Where are the twinkle lights?
Company could be
Not everybody gets those at Christmas.
Where is Santa? I don't want the other version of Christmas. Where is Mariah Carey?
Please don't take my baby.
Well, that was ADR.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm Hercules.
Yeah, so they didn't have to fucking pay
I'm here to
her.
protect you from police.
Maybe. If she talked here, maybe not.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, they did not show this woman's face. They did not want to pay this woman.
Yeah, there are caves in those hills.
Try to keep
Babies
one
love
step
growing
ahead.
up in caves.
What's the next village?
Your Highness.
There were no babies.
We have almost 24 infants and mothers in the castle dungeon.
And?
And we still haven't captured the family that eluded us at the border. And
I
we're
fucked
having
up.
problems in the southern part of the province.
When you put
Hercules
so
must have heard
much
of our
grease
plans.
in the top
We
of your
evacuated the
hair,
villages at Tolosa
but no grease
Delos,
in
and
your
Larissa
weird little beard
before my soldiers got
thing,
there.
it's really pissing me off.
How?
Is that a map of,
Your
like,
men
the
are on
country?
horseback.
Sire, the hostages slowed us down.
Their
No
country.
excuses. I want
I need a full world map.
your cavalry.
Break it down for me.
And I
It's
want
gonna be
Hercules' head on a
Patagonia.
pike. Now.
Yes, sire.
That won't
I
be
probably said that
necessary.
wrong, but
A clever trap by your soldiers. And Hera's
her
men
sleeves are
roast
ruched the
Hercules
entire way.
like venison.
It's actually pretty.
Yeah, I kind of like that more than the red
At
and
least the
gold,
babies
like,
are safe for a
V
while
thing.
anyway.
I know everyone is tired, but we have to keep moving.
Wait, they changed it again already.
Yeah, this is not what you drew before. The fuck
Too
is
baleful.
that?
So you've all had the same dream?
But what place?
I don't know. It's
And
just-
why?
It's your part of this, whether you want to be or not. You've all
Yeah,
had
if you're
the
having
same-
weird visions, I think you
calling.
kind of just have to
A
deal
collective
with it, bro.
misfortune. Thanks, guys, but I've got a career.
A career?
Nobody try and stop me.
Oh, they weren't even acting like they were gonna try.
I wonder if the
especially
coins
since
are
you think
supposed
you
to be
should
the
be-
gold.
It's something he'll have to decide
Maybe.
for himself.
We only need 3. Hercules doesn't want to be the donk.
Well, I was trying to work out frankincense and myrrh.
What even is myrrh? Murder.
Frustrated,
Haha.
Polonius.
My
What's
favorite
the matter?
vine.
They either can't or won't tell us which one of them gave birth to the new king.
How the fuck would they know that?
It's really
That's
very
crazy.
simple.
They won't tell us which
Kill
one of
them
them
all.
gave birth to the new king, as if they would have any way to know that.
Right.
They just had a baby, dude.
Where is everyone?
In the
Expecting a
dungeon.
fanfare?
Oh, look who showed up.
Now he's all nice to them?
You're right. I didn't have a choice.
Wow,
Whatever this
that
is
was a
about,
lot of
it's
soul
too big to walk away
searching
from.
he did in 2 minutes.
Let's go.
We didn't even get to see what changed
back.
his mind.
Why are you so special?
I don't know. We ran into him in the
I
woods.
don't know, my lady.
Don't know.
She got caught after all.
Or
How'd
won't
she get
tell.
fucking caught? I guess they
I
just
don't
went over
know,
the
my
border.
lady, I swear.
No. It doesn't matter.
Bro, lady has evil voice. The red wolf doggy people make me laugh. But honestly, kind of slay, so good for them.
Hercules.
Hello,
Welcome to Bethos.
Bethos,
So this
Bethlehem.
isn't a
I
social
hear
visit?
you. I know what you're doing.
We
I know what
can't
you
get-
are. I don't remember the red soldiers in the story,
Open
but
yours.
whatever.
We gotta have some alterations.
Pig!
And he will remain your king for a long time.
Well, you could have remained king for at least, like, probably 20 years if you hadn't fucking been all bitchy about it.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, it's a self-fulfilled prophecy.
Yeah, it is just a baby. Oh, me when I touch a fabric, that's gross.
I was trying to think of what the liquid is that they put in. I think it's in Revenge of the Nerds. They put it in
Never
the jock
seen it.
straps, and it's like a hot sauce, but not an edible hot sauce. And it's clear. It just makes
Like icy hot.
yeah, something like that. Makes you itch and burn. I hear all the coins.
Clink, clank. The sound engineers had a good time. That's all I'm saying.
What is that thing supposed to be?
Yeah, it's a weapons rack, but they're like tied to it instead of just like on it.
They don't show us. Oh, there's the top. It's spears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
spears, but they're like tied to it, not.
Throw them into each other.
They exploded.
Fight fire with fire.
He is the king of flipping and flapping and flopping around.
Yeah. Especially his arms.
Whee! They're like, Hercules, we're not on a fucking jungle gym. What are you doing? He's like, Xena did this once. With a tiny circle. I can do it with a big circle.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what he was doing. Because he's a farmer. Get it?
Yeah, so he knows how to fight with a fucking quarter staff. Oh, right. Not great for him. Not Uranus. Oh, well, now the king's definitely not gonna live.
Yeah.
He didn't have a choice.
Okay, sir, he didn't throw it that hard. Dramatic. Iolus, I think he's dead.
The king dies without a living male heir. The people may elect their next ruler.
Damn,
Think we're a couple
Hercules
months
said
too
baby
short.
ain't alive. Hercules said pro-choice.
Hasta la vista, baby. Well, that's it. That's what we were
Little
supposed to do.
Terminator
I
there.
have to admit, felt pretty good.
But I'm not sure that that's the end of it.
Yeah, where's the baby Jesus?
There's a bit of a golden glow on them.
Now they're in the keyhole. Fucking Tinkerbell flies by. I was right, it was Peter Pan the whole time. Is Hercules
is my dream.
Jesus? I'm gonna roll my eyes out of my head if they're trying to tell me Hercules is Jesus. I see what they tried to do here. And they did try. Yeah. Oh my god, stop. Is there a donkey? You guys didn't even bring them presents.
Big golden glow.
This is what the dream was all about.
A shack in the woods?
But somehow I believe that what you're about to witness is bigger and more important than anything we've ever done.
No, the donkey doesn't get to. Away in a manger.
And friendship.
So is Aeolus like a Christian now?
Well, Christianity still doesn't exist yet. They gotta write the stories.
Me thinking about my thoughts in a way that won't get us in trouble. It's fine. No unnamed baby of key biblical and mythical importance was harmed during the production of this motion picture. I'll wait.
Okay.
It's very interesting to me, I guess, that because this was filmed in New Zealand, but it was
Yeah.
an American show.
Yes.
That they are so comfortable putting stories from the Bible at the same level as like Greek mythology, right? I feel like if you did that today, people would be offended.
But what people of today keep forgetting is that a lot of stories are parallel amongst the different religions.
I agree. I think it's just because I think we are taught about Greek mythology as like an ancient thing that people don't believe anymore.
Yeah.
Well, very obviously, this other religion is something that is controlling our lives at times, even if we don't believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
To a level that is like, I view them differently. It's like, I think in my head, I don't view them at the same level because one is like a historical thing I like to learn about, and one of them is like pissing me off every other day. Like, not the religion itself, but maybe some of the people spouting it as a reason to harm others or something. Like, I don't have people coming and talking about, like, you don't get to have rights because I believe in Zeus, okay? That's not happening.
Yeah.
So I think there are different now thoughts of it, but I guess I just find it interesting that they were able to put them in the same level. Because, like, yeah, if I think about it without that societal context, they are just both religions. But I just imagine, like, people wouldn't have liked that at the time. But maybe people were chiller at the time because we hadn't gone full alt-right pipeline yet. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, it kind of goes back to what I was saying there at the end, that the stories haven't been written yet. They're experiencing the
Yeah.
stories. So,
Yeah, I guess it's maybe I don't know, because the stories are happening. I'm like, are you trying to tell me? I don't know. I don't know what I think. I don't know what I think. We all have our own relationships with religion, but I'm just
right.
like, where I find the Greek stuff fun, whenever there's a Bible story episode, for some reason I'm like, whatever.
Well, I'm very open about the fact that I'm agnostic. I don't necessarily believe in anything, but I won't say it doesn't
Yeah.
exist. But I love the multi god mythologies.
Yeah,
So
those
Norse
are
and
more
Greek and
fun
Roman.
to me.
Yeah.
And I think as I grew up Catholic and like went to like the Sunday school shit, or it wasn't on Sundays, it was like called CCD or whatever. I just like, and I got out of that. So when it comes back and they're like, this could be real, Hercules has really experienced the birth of Jesus. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck off. Go back to where's Aphrodite?
At
That's
least
what I'm here for. That's what I signed up for with this show.
at least they weren't saying that Hercules was Jesus.
No, for a second I thought they were going to say Hercules was
Yeah.
Jesus, and I was like, what's happening?
Um, so um, I think also what doesn't help, and you and I are experiencing, well, all of us are experiencing this more now than we did when the show aired, is these folks that claim to be Christians who are being really loud about things and really giving Christianity a bad name.
Yeah, it's
So,
harder now, right?
yeah.
It's just like, it's similar. Me and my friends were kind of discussing it and how it's maybe not fair, but like if we see someone wearing like an American flag, it's like instantly like a defense mechanism of I don't trust this person.
Yeah.
Like this person's gonna have views that are dangerous. And it's like we shouldn't have to feel that way. But like it immediately my brain goes, "Oh, they're an ultra nationalist," because like no one I know is sporting the fucking flag because they're disgusted by what's happening.
And
So it's like, I don't know.
in my growing up years, my young adulthood, wearing the American flag was, we had people do it all the time, like bikinis, clothing, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But then you would hear the other side of it, of how that was disrespecting the flag and blah 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 blah. So,
Yeah.
so it's the total opposite now that I hear all the time.
Yeah, I think I hear like I think probably when I was a kid, like I probably had a T-shirt with an American flag on it or something. Like it wasn't a sign of, especially post 9/11. Like obviously there was a lot of reactionary patriotism,
Hmm.
and American flags surged
Yeah.
as kind of a stepping stone to where we are now. But now it's like a red baseball cap or a flag, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking deal with that person.
Read the red baseball cap first. Make sure it's not a
Yeah,
spoof.
make sure. And that's hard in New England, okay? Because people have Red Sox hats.
Yeah.
And that's normal, but I see the back of a red baseball cap, and I'm like, oh, here we fucking go. So, like, it's just like a thing where it's like, I don't know what to tell you. But it just feels different. And I think that's my growing up and society and the way both of these things are viewed and we're
Yeah.
taught about them. Like, we learn about Greek history in school and we learn about Greek mythology in school like it is something to learn, but you don't really learn about Christianity unless you take a specific class or you do take an outside like Sunday school CCD thing.
Right. Right.
Like if you take a history of religions class or something like that, but like it's not taught in like a history class the way like you have a segment on Greek gods. At least not
Right.
where I grew up.
Right.
Um
Right. Most schools do not have a world
because it's an
religions class.
active religion. Like most religions class are like looking at the history of where they come from or something like that, and it will cover like Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. It won't
Yeah.
just be like one or the other.
Right.
So I do think like the episodes kind of like take me out for a minute, and I'm like, Right, these kind of are actually, like, if you were someone who is just studying religions and stuff, you would, even though one of them is more active right now, they would be on the same level to you.
Yeah.
But I'm not used to them being treated that way, so I think it sticks out to me a little bit.
Well, in between the two shows, we've had Greek and Roman mythology, we've had Egyptology, and
Have we had any Norse stuff?
Christianity. Not
No
not that
Thor or
I know of.
Loki's or anything like that?
No, I don't recall any Norse ones that we've seen.
Interesting. I mean, it's surprised they haven't gone into that yet, but maybe they will in the future.
Who knows?
Though I don't know if it was as popular at the time. I feel like the resurgence of Marvel helped Norse mythology get a little, like, not like like, I'm sure it's very popular in its own, like, right, but, like, more in the mainstream of, like, making shows about it and stuff. There's that, like, New Zealand or Australian show, The Almighty Johnsons, where they're, like, the Norse gods reincarnated or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. So this was their take on the Bethlehem story.
I would have liked Peter Pan, but whatever. I figured it out, though.
You did.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
You did.
I should have figured it out just from the Christmas thing, but I didn't.
Yeah, that's why I was like, well, winter solstice could be a couple of different things, but I wanted to make sure you knew that they had said that.
Listen, the one good thing capitalism ever did was create twinkle lights, reindeer, and Santa, okay?
Do you have a question for everybody? I'll get that in
Let's
before
talk
the
about
trivia.
religion. No. What is your favorite holiday tradition, as this was kind of a holiday episode?
Okay. Some of our facts, trivia from this one, I already mentioned the one, Yola says, hasta la vista, baby.
Hasta la vista.
And then it says the list of guest characters has some William Shakespeare related names. Polonius was the advisor to the king in Hamlet. Trinculus, they didn't say, I think Polonius was the name we heard the most, but Trinculius was the other. Appears to be a Greek suffixed version of Trinculo, the jester in The Tempest. And then the queen's personality largely resembles Lady Macbeth.
Ah, interesting. Oh, that makes me think the Odyssey. James Cameron is making the Odyssey with, like, Zendaya and Tom Holland and a bunch of people. That is interesting. I'm excited for that film. I think that'll be cool.
Yeah. And then this trivia thingy says it's not clear if Hera aided Meliphone because she feared the importance of the child or because she simply saw another chance to kill Hercules.
I like to think she's petty. But it would make sense to me.
Why not
if, like,
both?
Well, because in this concept of, like, the gods have power because people believe in them, if they knew that, like, this new baby was going to bring this new religion that would, like, make them lose followers and thus lose power, it would make sense that they would get involved. But I like the idea that she's just petty and her Hercules was going to be there.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us on this journey. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye. See you next week.
The Queen's work never done.
Our Queen's work is never done. So busy.
You know, it's about time you guys got down on your knees and kissed my ass. I made you who you are today. Print that one for those boys back home.